Hey, it's Mike.
And Ashley.
From the New Noise on Y108.
And we're talking about Record Store Day and going around to all the local record stores in Hamilton to talk about the importance of vinyl.
Asking the tough questions. Check it out.
The record store is kind of a culture, and people like to get out of their house and people like to go out and buy music. It's proven now, I think.
Along with the vinyl resurgence, it's really helped promote independent record stores especially. That's the whole idea, the kernel of the idea behind Record Store Day, was to bring attention to independent music retailers who specialize or who sell vinyl. And when it first started, it was a very limited thing. I probably less than 100 or 200 stores across North America, and a couple in Europe participated in 2008. But now it's literally thousands of stores worldwide.
There's that collector aspect of it, especially because as you go back in time, there's so much stuff that is unavailable now, even unavailable in a digital format that you can only get on record, which I think helps add to its allure.
People like objects. They like to collect objects, whether it's books or movies or records, and they like to hold them. And the objects have an emotional and historical resonance and significance to them. So, for example, I can tell you the first album I ever bought was Deep Purple, for example. But I can't tell you the first download I ever did. It has no significance in it, and a download to me sort of devalues music. You don't value that download as much as you would an object.
Growing up in Hamilton, music has always seemed to be, especially in East End Hamilton where I grew up, it seems to always be a central part of the experience. Like anytime my parents or my friends would have social interactions, it wouldn't be with a television on, it would always be with music. I see young people that come in here for the first time and it's their first time in a record store. They're really first time in a record store, and it's like, it's an interesting experience to watch them have, because it's like, for a lot of them, it's a really cool experience. They start freaking out. It's a sad thought to think that almost went away. That record stores were on the decline and it wasn't looking good, because it's an experience. It's a great human experience to have.
The top seller or the biggest demand record we had was Adele's 25 in the past 6 or 8 months, because it was interesting. I don't know the rationale behind it, but she didn't, or her label didn't release it digitally at the start. Yeah. So the demand was created there automatically for people wanted it, and with the trend of vinyl and the fact that it wasn't available digitally yet, they had to have it.
The most popular record, there is, I have a couple weird ones like Beatles' Help I've sold a bunch of times. Amy Winehouse's Back to Black. It was the Dirty Nil Higher Power record that I had to buy from their release party that I put on my, I showed up Saturday morning after the Friday release party and they were gone within the hour.
I can't confirm it for sure, but I think we will have, the new Monster Truck will have signed copies by all the members of the band. We'll have a limited amount of those. That's the only thing I've planned so far. Sometimes plans come together at the last minute. So I'm sure we'll have a couple tricks up our sleeves, for sure.
A lot of the product rolls in a day or two before Record Store Day. People are calling, do you have this, do you have that, do you know if you're going to get it? And we don't until the boxes basically show up. So that's why it's so exciting to come down on Record Store Day. We had lineup at 6:45 a.m. last year, and we don't open until 9. So people were lawn chairing it, and like it looked like a concert or something. That excitement, that initial excitement, and people lining up is something we haven't seen in years, and it's been brought back by Record Store Day.